Well, Naughty Dog is at it again, and this article from oneangrygamer.net is entitled Just Some Guy, Heel vs. Babyface, and Lethal Lightning Copyright Struck by Sony and Naughty Dog. I was sent this article by Lethal Lightning, who informed me that I make an appearance in it, but that's neither here nor there. Hello, this is Mara Jade, and I'm here with another video, and again, yes, like I said, they are at it! Copyright striking videos that did not violate any terms of the law whatsoever. And I'm going to go into this article and then I'm going to give my thoughts on the whole ordeal surrounding the bullshit that Sony and Naughty Dog have perpetrated resulting from the leaks that happened over a week ago now. So let's get into this article, and again, I'll give my 2 cents. Oh my god. Alright. More content creators are being copyright struck by Sony and Naughty over The Last of Us Part 2 leaks. The worst of it all is that the copyright strikes are being levied against people providing nothing but commentary about the leaks and discussing the censorship that Naughty Dog and Sony are enacting to cover up the leaks. So basically, they are silencing people. They are censoring freedom of speech. They are putting a muzzle on dissenting opinions. All these videos have done. The videos... Not all the videos, but these videos in the current crop of copyright strikes have done is basically just voice their displeasure at the tactics Sony and Naughty Dog have done against YouTubers. Basically, it's a big bully going after the little guy in this case. Why? Because the bully doesn't like what the little guy has to say. Lethal Lightning, and this is the recent one. Lethal Lightning was on Ryan Kinnell's Sunday night stream last night, and during the stream he received an email saying your video has been copyright strike. And what was the video? I saw the video, as did countless others. It was just him looking at a Bounding into Comics article about the employees at Naughty Dog and giving his 2 cents again on the situation. And that was it. He showed no images from the leaks. He showed no clips of the leaks at all. He just gave his honest opinion. And guess what? He got copyright strikes. Now he's sitting on 2 copyright strikes on his channel. And the way it works on YouTube is if you get a 3rd one, you can't fight it. You are done. So if Sony has put these YouTubers, Lethal Lightning, Ryan Kinnell, and others, into this precarious position where all the channels they have built up, all the years they've spent into it, all the time, blood, sweat, and tears they've put into it will be for naught, because once they get the 3rd strike, they can't fight it, they are done. And this pisses me off to no end. Okay, a YouTube content creator who also contributes to the Geeks and Gamers team received 2 copyright strikes for simply talking about Sony censorship and their abuse of the copyright strike and DMCA system. He revealed the copyright notices with a couple of cheeky tweets aimed at Naughty Dog. That's an understatement when it comes to Lethal Lightning, when you say cheeky tweets. Because look at this, this is one of the cheeky tweets. He shared, first, his own tweet, where he just says, oofed, and he showed the image where it says, active copyrights strikes 2 of 3, and then he followed up with retweeting that with the hashtag fuck Naughty Dog. That's what we're saying right now. Fuck Naughty Dog at this point. Now, again, I will give my whole thoughts on the situation after I go into this article, but that is the situation we are in right now. Alright. If you are unable to view the image in the tweet, it shows that he's received 2 of 3 copyright strikes. As many of you know, if you receive a 3rd strike, it results in the channel being terminated. You can't fight it, even if it's bullshit, even if it's you did not break the law whatsoever. You cannot fight it. You are done. And that's the way the YouTube laws are established, basically, which is supposed to be a platform for the little guy, for new content creators to get their voices out there, to get their work out there. Now YouTube is bending the proverbial knee. They are prostrating themselves before Sony and Naughty Dog, ass up, saying, please, sir, can I have another at this point? That's what YouTube is doing. So I'm calling out YouTube as well in this video. Again, pisses me off to no end. The irony of Lethal Lightning's copyright strikes is that just earlier in the day, on May 3rd, 2020, he posted up a video titled Naughty Dog is Trash, and he lambasted them and Sony for issuing copyright strikes against the content creators, but also informed his audience that he was thankful that he wasn't on the receiving end of a copyright strike. So, basically, Naughty Dog stepped in and said, basically, screw you! That's it. And the video they struck, again, nothing! No images, no clips, nothing about the leaks, other than to talk about the employees at Naughty Dog and the situation that Sony and Naughty Dog are finding themselves in from their own doing. Lo and behold, just hours later, he was on the receiving end of 2 copyright strikes. Other content creators also came out to voice their displeasure at Naughty Dog for allowing Sony to go nuclear on any and everyone talking about the leaks. And here's where I, yours truly, makes an appearance in this article. This is my tweet following when Lethal Lightning made that announcement on Ryan's stream where he talked about, wow, I am sitting on 2 of 3 copyright strikes, and they just nuked my video where I'm only going into a Bounding into Comics article, and this is my response. What the fuck? And I added Naughty Dog at this point. I haven't been adding them at all up until this point, but that was when the straw broke the camel's back, as a cliche term goes. I was livid, and I let my voice be known, and I added them in this tweet. I said, what the fuck, Naughty Dog? You copyright strike Lethal Lightning over video where he just is critical of you and your abuse of copyright laws. You are all a bunch of fucking pricks. That was my response. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw this tweet from last night. Alright. There are, however, some shills out there telling people that it's not Naughty Dog's fault that channels and content creators are being hit with copyright strikes and DMCA notices. They're saying that only Sony is issuing copyright strikes, not Naughty Dog. However, Naughty Dog is completely within the power to make public statement denouncing the copyright strikes, but they haven't. Yes, they haven't. They've been silent. They've been conveniently silent at this point, so guess what? It doesn't matter if it's just Sony doing it. Sony and Naughty Dog are working hand in hand at this point, quite frankly, and their silence is deafening. If Naughty Dog doesn't come out and say that they are denouncing copyright strikes, that is just as guilty, makes them just as guilty as if they were actually doing it themselves. In fact, they've neither condemned nor rebutted Sony's aggressive measures to call any criticism or discussion surrounding the leaks. But it wasn't just Lethal Lightning who got hit. As we've reported, Geeks and Gamers was also copyright struck along with many others. Heels vs. Babyface is another channel that also got hit, even though he had no footage of the leaks in his videos, nor did he show any images from the leaks. Again, they are manually copyright striking videos. So that means that you have this little pencil pushing prick going in and seeing anything critical of Naughty Dog and immediately copyright striking and abusing the laws that were established to both protect the company and the consumer, basically. So if the consumer is not breaking the copyright laws, the company cannot abuse it, cannot go after the consumer. But they are flouting those laws because YouTube made them so vague that now you can't fight it. You can't fight it at this point. It's just, oh my god. Attempting to rectify the situation through YouTube's convoluted copyright system has also proven to be futile for some users. The copyright counter notice claim was reported to be ineffectual for one content creator going by the handle of Murda. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. According to Murda, YouTube wouldn't even allow the counterclaim to go through. Wouldn't even allow it to go through. This is supposed to be a platform for new content creators, up-and-coming artists, social commentaries, and so forth. Basically, to put their work out there. And now, they can't even file a counterclaim to protect their work. Unbelievable. So here's the tweet. YouTube won't even submit my counterclaim, and she tagged D-Day Cobra, M101 News, and Ryan Kindle. I have submitted it again, but I can't fight something that YouTube doesn't even allow to go through. So YouTube is basically acting as a go-between, or let's put not a go-between, but a guardian, so to speak, a wall between the little man, the YouTube content creators, for most of them, and Sony and Naughty Dog. YouTube, again, prostrating itself before the big corporation and saying, please sir, can I have another in this case? By doing this, they are just as bad. And ironic that I'm making a video for my YouTube channel when I say this. While some of the videos being copyright struck come from a third-party legal firm working on behalf of Sony, some of the copyright claims are coming directly from the Sony Interactive Entertainment of America branch. So basically, it is literally Sony going in manually copyrighting YouTubers over what? Just being critical of doing exactly that. I'm sure fanboys are huffing and puffing and making excuses claiming that that's not possible, but evidence was provided by YouTuber Just Some Guy, who was also hit by the claims. Just Some Guy, who I also follow on YouTube. He's very good. I like his videos. I highly recommend. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out as well. So here's his video. Just a minute into the video, there's an image of the copyright summary and status for the video that Sony flagged. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the image, you'll see that the flagged content comes from the copyright owner that's listed as SIEA, which stands for Sony Interactive Entertainment of America. Boom. Right there. So don't tell me Sony doesn't have its hands in this mess. Basically, if they're not trying to shut down discussion with copyright claims, they're outright trying to shut down channels with copyright strikes. Just some guy also noted that even posting content about the leaks on BitChute resulted in Sony coming after him on there. So here's his tweet about that. Now, BitChute is bending the knee to Sony and Naughty Dog false flagging videos discussing the leaks. BitChute later attempted to clarify what was happening with the follow-up tweet. So basically, BitChute did what YouTube should be doing, that is, corrected the situation, looked into it, and realized that they are abusing the system, so we are going to rectify the situation. So here's the tweet. That's the re-upload. The original one was blocked. No, that is the original. It was blocked. I guess it is blocked for a while until we understood better what was happening with the mutual manual claim. See your email. So basically, they went in and corrected it. As we reported before, even parody videos made in other games about The Last of Us Part 2 leaks are being copyright strike. So memes aren't even safe at this point. One content creator attempted to mock Naughty Dog and Sony using GTA 5, but even the video was struck. So basically, they're memes, parodies. Nothing is safe at this point. So this tweet by Game Philosophy got copyright false strike for uploading a GTA 5 video without The Last of Us assets. This is illegal. Spread the words. Didn't show clips of the game itself. Didn't show the leaked images. No, they just basically made a parody of, the situation and the what might have been in the leaks or whatever, but just poking fun at the whole situation. Nope, nothing's safe. Nothing is safe at this point. All right, Sony and Naughty Dog have also been going after memes on social media, such as Reddit, where they had images taken down and accounts flagged for posting up parody images of The Last of Us Part 2. Now some users are reporting that the duo have escalated the DMCA abuses to actually having accounts on Twitter suspended. They are muzzling freedom of speech. They are muzzling dissenting opinions. That's it. That's all they're doing. And look at this. Weaponized nerd rage. Again, I follow on Twitter. Love his content. Now accounts on Twitter that post Last of Us 2 leaks getting taken down. The fuck? Where can the line be drawn at this point? Because quite frankly, they've been moving it so many times to protect themselves, but at the same time tarnishing their image, to the point where now, again, nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. YouTube's not safe. Reddit's not safe. Twitter's not safe. BitChute looks like is not safe, even though they corrected the situation. So where can new content creators go to feel safe so they're not bullied into silence by the big corporations? Where? YouTube? Because it's sure as hell not on your platform at this point. Basically, nowhere is safe, and you're not even allowed to discuss the censorship being enacted by Sony and Naughty Dog. It's amazing that there are still people out there defending the duel and their social justice agenda, all while they literally oppress and censor anyone who doesn't keep their mouth shut and go along with the agenda. So, irony of ironies, that's the video I am making on the situation. I am calling out the bullshit. I am calling out the censorship from Sony, Naughty Dog, and by extension YouTube for allowing this travesty of justice to happen. Sony, Naughty Dog, particularly Sony, all you fucking had to do was stay silent. That's it. You just had to shut up. Because at that point, it was just rumors. It was just speculation. And it would have been left to speculation via YouTubers and so forth. Because we didn't know the details. We didn't know all the information. All we could do was look at the leaks themselves. If we decided to cover it and say, maybe this is the case, maybe this is not the case, we don't know. That's all we would have said. That's all we would have said. Or Sony could have just apologized for the leaks and said, we're sorry that this was ruined for you. Please do not make this determine whether or not you buy the game. Don't judge it based on a few leaks that happened. Judge it from the entire gameplay. That's all they had to do. But no, they decided to be the big bully and to, quote, Japanese Admiral Yamamoto following the bombing of Pearl Harbor, "I fear all we have done is awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a terrible resolve." So guess what, Sony? We, the consumers, are the sleeping giant, and guess what? We had that terrible resolve right now. I bought The Last of Us used. I saw people playing it, wanted to give it a try, so I bought it, used copy. And guess what, Sony and Naughty Dog? That is the last fucking thing I ever buy from you. I will not touch anything made by Naughty Dog at this point, because quite frankly, you have since been a big bully. You have tried repressing freedom of speech, and I, as a military vet, will not stand for that at all. I fought for our freedom of speech, and quite frankly, I'm done. I'm done with your brand at this point. You have burned so many bridges, it is beyond repair. And those in the show media, you are a joke. The ones that are like Igor from Frankenstein going, yes, master, to Sony and Naughty Dog. You are a joke. No one takes you seriously. No one believes a goddamn thing you say at this point. We believe what we see, and what we see is Sony abusing the copyright laws to silence criticism, and that's it. So, I'm calling out Sony, I'm calling out Naughty Dog, and I'm calling out YouTube for allowing this perversion of justice to happen. So again, that's my 2 cents on this whole situation. Like it or not, that's my opinion. This is Mara Jade. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you agree with me that this whole situation is just a travesty of justice, or do you think that maybe Sony's within their rights to do it? It's your opinion. Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Share on social media if you will. I am so livid at this point. I cannot think straight, but I will leave with these parting words. This is Mara Jade. I'll catch you all on the dark side with another video, and fuck Naughty Dog.